3, 2, 1, A. All right, so what's up? It's me, your host, Ale, from your fucking favorite spectacular #1 top fucking podcast in the entire universe and shit. And so today I'm kind of here with the homegirl that, like, our friendship started off weird as hell. Because at first this bitch hit me up to see if I wasn't talking to her man and shit. So how it happened was, do you remember what you said to me when you messaged me for the first time? Because I was trying to remember, but I know you didn't come at me dirty. Like, I know you were like, you weren't being like a bitch about it. Do you remember what you said?
Okay, I remember I was at school and fuck, I forgot what happened. Should I get into the story?
Yeah. Like, I'm cool with people knowing.
Was it? I don't know. Okay,
like,
correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this was the first time we had like gone to like a little argument or had beef. It was that time that I found out that he had taken you to the store to go get condoms.
Oh, was that the first time that you knew about me?
I think I knew that I always knew about you because he would hang out with you a lot, but I didn't care because he would tell me like that you guys
my bad.
he would tell me that like you guys were just friends. Like, I didn't have an issue with no bitches at that time. But then when I found out that he lied to me about going to sleep that night, and then I went to the store. Yeah, because he told me he was going to sleep. That was my main problem. And like, obviously I didn't know you at the time, so any other girl is gonna be like, well, he lied to me about going to sleep. And that is pretty sus, because I went to go get condoms, and I didn't remember it as like the first time like that happened or anything. I do remember like me asking him to go with me to get condoms, because I'm like, I never fucking bought them by myself or like for myself. Like, I just always had the dude have them. And so that night I was gonna like do some shit, and like the dude's all like, oh, I don't got none. He's like, can you go get some? I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, yeah. So the homie, I asked him to take me and shit because I wanted him to go inside and get it. And I was like, I don't know how the fuck sizes are or anything. I told him like, this is about how big his dick is, and like showed him and shit. I'm like, so something for this. And he was all like, all right, cool. So I do remember that, and it was pretty late too. Like, I get where that came from. Yeah. But I told him he fucked up for not saying shit, because like, keep in mind, like, that fool, like, if you're gonna lie to your girl, like, you always gotta tell the homies what the fuck your lie is, so then like, you fucking, you have their back. But it's like, that dumbass never told nobody about his lies, and that's how most of the time this fool got caught slipping. Yeah, it was easy to catch him slipping though, because he's dumb. Like, he doesn't know how to hide shit. And I had my friend add you on Snapchat. That's how I knew that had all happened, because she seen it and she texted me. She was like, wait, like, your man's with her. Yeah. And then I had found that out next day at school, texted you this long ass paragraph. I just remember it was a super long paragraph. And then, honestly, if I'm being so honest, I can't remember what the fuck I said.
I remember you came at me with a question about it, but I remember it wasn't, like, in a bitch way, like, oh, what, hey, bitch, or anything. It was just like, hey, something. It
turned into an argument, though, because of...
It did?
He was switching his words around between us. Like, he was telling me that you had hit him up super late, and that he just didn't want to tell me because he didn't want me to get the wrong impression, this and that. But then he was telling you something else, and then he had like stopped talking to you for whatever reason.
I think I remember too, like, I think that same night, I think either my sneaky link was like either still at work or some shit, but I think after that we went to the strip too. No, or was that another time? Because I remember one time me and him were at the strip, and like, he was on the phone with you for some shit. Was that same time?
I was probably arguing him. It was probably that day that you had went to go take their pictures.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they've been there a couple of times. So that's how we met, and then we just started kicking it. Like, she was in Cali when, like, this whole thing happened, and then, like, she ended... Bro, like, the way I fucking met you was, like, the dumbest shit ever, bro. Like...
Super, super drunk.
So... I'm over here. Me and the homie. Well, he's not the homie no more, but I'm gonna just keep it as the homie for, I'm not gonna put names out there, but like, so me and the homie, well, it was his cousin. I was friends with all his cousins. Like, I was friends with all the cousins and shit. And so like, I remember my car had died, I think, or some shit, and I fucking called his cousin, and I was like, yo, like, can you come give me a jump? Like, I'm over here. And he's like, yeah, sure. So he pulls up, but then he pulls up with the homie that I wasn't talking to, his cousin, her ex and shit. I think we need to come up with names. All right, but whatever. So he comes out of the car all fucking faded. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And so like his cousin's all like, well, oh, he's the one that had the jumpers and shit. I didn't have none, but yeah. So keep in mind, I just thought it was these two that like were there, and then I think one more other dude pulled up too. So like they're out here helping me with my shit, and I see like the homie hella faded, and like I was like, dude, like, I don't know, like, I remember, and keep in mind, I was with my ex at the time, and this was all in front of him, like, the way I was with all of them, like, I was so, like, cariñosa, and, like, fucking, like, it just felt like the family that I didn't have and shit. So I fucking remember, I'm, like, hugging this fool, I'm like, dude, like, he's all like, yeah, you know, I always got you, like, even if we're in this tough spot, I'm like, I remember, like, I was like, damn, I've been waiting for this. So I was, like, kicking it with the homie after, like, a big-ass argument and shit. To be honest, I don't even know what the fuck we were fighting about.
It was,
This bitch knows the fight and I don't. What the fuck?
It was over the Snapchat thing. It was over that.
Oh, it was over that? I don't know why the fuck I probably got pissed at him just for, like, fucking being a dumbass. But, so, yeah, and then, I don't know where... Like, keep in mind, nobody told me this bitch was in the car. Like, this is what had me, like, the most fucked up about this was, like, so nobody's gonna mention there's a bitch passed out. Because, okay, so I go in the car because one of them asked me for some shit. And so I go in the car to reach for it. And I see this bitch knocked out in the car, like, laying down. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that?
But wait, like, did you recognize me at all? Like, once you...
No, because the lights were off inside the car. And then, like... I never had seen you in person, and I never really seen you I never seen you in person. And like that day, I think you were wearing all black too. So it was 1 dark, 2 all black, 3 your hair is all black. Like I just didn't it didn't come to me that was you because you were in Cali from what I had remembered. And keep in mind, these fools are always around bitches. So I'm like, now which bitch is this? You know? So I was like, I just seen you. I was like, so what the fuck? Like, literally nobody told me you were there. And so I was like, who's that? And they're all like, oh, that's Danny's girl. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, after, like, me and this bitch just had beef, like, I'm like, dude, I don't want no drama. Like, I'm fucking stressed the fuck out about my car. And then I was like, so I was like, so what? Like, is she gonna wake up all pissed that I'm here? And they're all like, if she wakes up. Like,
no, I knew that we were going to you. Like, I knew it.
Yeah?
I was like, let me pass the fuck out first. No, I knew that we were going.
This bitch said, let me pass
the fuck out first before I get out that car and she beats my ass.
You know what you remind me of? You remind me of, like, you know when you're a kid and you are on your way home in the car with your parents and you're like, let me go to sleep so they can carry me.
Yes, they can take you out of the car and carry you inside. Exactly. I wanted to fall asleep before we got to you. And then... all I remember was I had to pee so fucking bad. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just risk asking. Like, I can't hold it.
Imagine if I would have told you no, bitch.
I was so scared to ask because I'm like, okay, either she's not going to let me or, like, I'm going to get out. She's going to do something. I was stressing.
You were like, but fuck it, I really got to go?
Yeah, I really had to fucking go.
I remember, and then, like, I was like, you need help? And then I was just like, because the way I had seen it, I was like, all right, like, I know, like, it was, like, on bad terms and shit, but I'm like, this is a drunk female that has to go pee. Like, I'm not gonna be a fucking bitch either. Like, what the fuck? That's also, like, just fucking leaving a drunk girl somewhere, you know? I should have left that bitch outside to pee. Imagine you're over here, like, I have to go pee, and everybody's like, wait, bitch, the car is not done.
That was gonna be my last resort if you didn't let me in to go pee.
So you're gonna start knocking on the neighbors and shit? So that's how that started, and then after that, it was just, like, kicking it whenever we would all kick it and shit, like, and then after that, we stopped talking, because, fuck the homie, you know?
Yeah, fuck him.
So, yeah, me and the homie had a falling out and shit, and then, like, right, like, after that, me and her, like, lost touch. You want to keep it at that?
But it was never, like, with no bad blood between each other.
I think, like, yeah, because we both knew that the situation that happened, I don't want to let nobody know the situation,
yeah,
though.
No, we don't.
So we're just going to say it as a situation. So whatever the situation happened, like, it was, like, kind of like we both just, well, she needed her space, and I was just like, I have to give it to you. So I have to and shit, like, fuck.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, at the time, it's like, it was like I said, it was the cause of him, and it would just be weird, like, to stay friends for a while after that. But like I said, there was like no beef ever.
And so after that, I told my man too. I was like, you know what's crazy is like I still would have been cool to be friends because I'm like, I never had an issue with her and she was pretty chill. And he's all like, I'm surprised. I was like, okay. When he knows you fucking can't stand bitches, that's just funny. Like, girls are mean. There's a lot of mean girls for no fucking reason. But meantime, over here we're talking about how we're fighting and shit.
Well, I've never gotten into a fight before, so I don't know like how I would react if someone tried
because I mean,
fighting
you
me.
really gotta like fucking get somebody that pissed, that or this. Just like you got somebody that's fucking hood as fucking is like, all right, bitch, bet. So yeah, that happened, and now we're here. And like out of nowhere, you hit me up too.
Yeah, I was reminiscing on my friendships, and I was like, because there was a point where we would hang out like every weekend.
Yeah, it was like we were doing all kinds of shit. I'm like, damn, dude. I remember like we met like we were pretty young too, so like shit was getting, well, no, you were pretty young, and then us, we were like barely hitting our 20s, so shit was getting crazier.
Yeah. I was 18 when I met you, and you guys were around like what, like
21? Yeah, because you were, after that was my 21st birthday too. Yep, that's crazy. So we were talking about something when we had got here, and she's told me a little bit about this like before, like when we were catching up and shit. And so do you want to go ahead and get into the whole abortion, or not the abortion, the fucking miscarriage?
Yeah.
So I had forgot what I was already fucking asking you, and I told you like, wait, pause, let's put this on the mic. What did I ask you?
How did it feel going from like,
how could you tell? Like, how did you know that the miscarriage was going on? Like, you started bleeding, you felt a pain. Like, how do you know that you're having one?
I feel like you don't feel pregnant at some point. Like, do you want me to start from when I found out I was pregnant?
How you felt?
How I found out and, like, how I felt. Because, honestly, if I would have never taken a test that day, I wouldn't have known I was pregnant. I had no symptoms.
Did you just have, like, a gut feeling or what?
You know what? It was, like random. I was like, I feel like taking... I had went to 7-Eleven to get a Twisted Tea. Because
Oh, my God.
I was really craving a Twisted... You know what? Maybe that's why I decided to take a pregnancy test. Because I was craving a Twisted Tea that night.
Good thing she didn't have it, because I think this episode, not good thing, I'm sorry.
No, actually,
like, I'm over here, like, I just wanted to say, like, because if not, CPS would have came over here and would have been like, gotcha. Actually, it wasn't a good thing though, but things happen for a reason.
I drank it, but I had grabbed one Twisted Tea from 7-Eleven.
Was this after you did the pregnancy
No, this
test?
was before.
Oh, okay.
I think the alcohol is what gave me like adrenaline to take a pregnancy test, because I had bought it already. When I was there, I was like, you know what, like, I wasn't late on my period either. Like, I was supposed to get my period maybe like 2 days like before that, so I was like, you know, I just feel like taking one. I'm gonna grab it for fun.
Who the fuck grabs one for fun, bitch? I'm over here like, that's depressing.
I don't know, I love taking pregnancy tests.
What?
Like, it's like,
she's like, do it again with that fucking yeet.
But yeah, so I got like a little tipsy that night. I got a little twisted off the teas, and I was like, I'm gonna go take this test. So I was like taking it or whatever.
Is it the peeing on the stick? Because, bitch, you, at that point, if you like taking them for fun, sell them, bitches. Like, dudes are into pee, so.
It was the peeing on the stick one.
Okay.
And I took it, bitch. That shit went, like, positive, like, 10 seconds later.
Did you take another one after that?
Yeah,
like,
I took another one. I had bought, when I had used that one, I was like, okay, this one's from 7-Eleven. I don't really trust it. Let me buy, like, a digital one, because a digital is always accurate. So that same night, I ordered a digital one, and it came up pregnant, like, right away, too. And I was just staring at it like there's no...
Wait, okay, so did you tell him after the first one, or did you do it after you took the other, like, however many? No,
I told him, like, 2 days after.
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And then, like, how was his reaction?
Oh, my God, dude. It was horrible. Like,
are you down to talk about that?
I'm down, yeah.
If there's ever something, like, if you want to cut it off and you still want to talk about it, just let me know, and I'll go ahead and write it out.
No,
like what you want out.
We could talk about it. So... I had found out that night, and I didn't cry. Like, till this day, I've never cried realizing, like, damn, I was pregnant and stuff, you know? Like, it didn't hit me. I was like, there's no fucking
Like, were you
way.
kind of like in disbelief?
Yeah,
Even though like all of the fucking ones
I
were over
had,
here, like, yes.
laughed about that shit. I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way I'm fucking pregnant right now. Bitch, I thought I couldn't get pregnant. Like,
why? Because all the tests. I need the blanket.
Yeah,
Because all the
like,
tests were coming out negative at first.
TMI but we would do it raw all the time. Like, we just did pull out, you know?
I feel like when you're in a relationship for that long, like at that point, you're just like, dude, let's fucking do it raw, like, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, I had found out that night, and then the next day I was still like, what the fuck, there's no way. But the next day I had ended up going to the hospital because I was like, okay, I need to confirm I'm pregnant because I don't 100% trust the test. So I went to the hospital, they did an ultrasound or whatever, but I was super early. Like, I was like 3 weeks.
They were like, it looks like a little caquita, but we don't know yet. Meantime, the little homies over here like, it's me, bitch.
Yeah, so I was super early, and like I was like already in danger or whatever of having like a miscarriage. Like, they were already telling me, like,
what?
Yeah.
Why? Because your tests or whatever, or what?
They said my HCG levels were super low, so that it could have been because I was really early or like expect a miscarriage, you know? So
Oh shit! What? But what is that? What?
HCG levels, they're like
HCG.
your like hormone levels. I think they're your hormone levels that they test like in your blood to see like how pregnant you are.
Okay, kind of like a, not a paternity test. That's fucking.
That's your daddy test.
Yeah, but whatever. So, okay.
Yeah. So I had went home that night, and I was like, okay, like I need to tell him because, you know, like,
Yeah.
you gotta act fast on that shit, you know. So I went home and I looked at him. He thought I was with my tia all day that day. But
Oh,
he
you
didn't.
were at the hospital.
Yeah, I was
You're
at
like,
the hospital.
Tell me it's not true.
I didn't want him to go. Like, I didn't want him to find out yet because I was honestly, like, really scared of his reaction. Because you know how he is. He's never wanted kids. So I get home and I show him the hospital bracelet, and I'm standing there laughing because I couldn't get myself to tell him. And
You were laughing?
Yeah,
bitch?
I was laughing. And then I just pulled out the test, and he looked at me and laughed too. Like, we were laughing.
Oh my god.
Like, we were laughing at each other for a bit because, like, I still couldn't believe it, and his reaction was just shocked. But then it turned
He's
to,
like, but this bitch is y'all are like on some fucking Harley Quinn and Joker shit. What the fuck?
And I just remember, like, he went through so many emotions. He went through the laughing emotion. He went through the shocked emotion. And then that's when he started stressing, started talking shit, saying we can't do this, we can't have this baby, this and that. And I just told him, like...
That's what he said?
Yeah. He, like, didn't show that he wanted it
And
at
is
all.
that what you, like, is that what you felt? Or how were you feeling about it? Like, before you knew what he was feeling? Or were you just too worried about how he was going to react to feel what you were feeling?
Honestly, I was feeling all types of emotions, but never did I think...
I don't want this baby.
Yeah, I don't want this baby, yeah. So, after that, like, it was just really weird between us, and I kept telling him, like, I'm high risk of, like, losing the baby, like, and you're constantly stressing me out. And then eventually, like, that's when the whole situation where I had to move out and move in with my friend, and that's where I was mainly pregnant at, when I was living with her. And
well, that's good. At least you got away from, like, being right there, you know?
Yeah, but I think since I was away from him for so much that I was just really stressing all the time, wondering where he's at, what he's doing. And the stress got to me because it's like, he was showing me that he didn't want it, so what was I going to do, you know?
Yeah.
And then one morning, maybe like 2 weeks after I found out I was pregnant, I just didn't feel pregnant anymore. Like, I knew that the miscarriage was coming. Like,
oh,
I didn't
shit.
have...
Like, it just, like, did you feel it physically or did you feel it, like, spiritually, emotionally type shit?
All, like, physically, didn't feel no symptoms. Like, I just felt it in my instinct that I wasn't pregnant anymore. And then I started bleeding, like, a brownish type of blood. Like, it wasn't red, it didn't look like a miscarriage yet, but...
Did it look like, you know how, like, after the period, the brown stuff?
Yeah, it looked exactly like that. And I had told my friend, because she has a baby, I was like, was this happening to you in the beginning of your pregnancy? She said, yeah, like, that's normal. But then one morning, I just woke up, like, blood. I was cramping so hard, too. It was, like, the worst cramp.
Whoa.
In the middle of the night. It was, like, 3 in the morning.
You didn't realize that you were bleeding until, like, Like, you woke up and then you started feeling the cramps and shit?
Yeah, I woke up because I was having a really bad cramp.
Oh.
So it felt like a period cramp, so I ran to the bathroom and blood, yeah. When I peed, as soon as I peed, like...
Hella?
Yeah.
Damn, even though it was so early.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I mean, I'm glad it didn't happen, like, more into the pregnancy, because then that would have been more traumatizing.
Yeah.
At least it was just little pieces,
you would have been
like clots.
You would have been like already too attached and shit.
Yeah.
That's... And how long was that after you had found out you were pregnant? Like, when did that happen? Like, within the weeks or like within the month? Or
it happened like 2 weeks after I found out, so I was probably about to hit like the 5 weeks.
Oh,
I
really?
Miscarried. Yeah, I was super early.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, it felt like a period. Like, I would have thought, like, I don't know what it would have felt like. I don't know. Like, I've had a lot of people around me that have had miscarriages, but like, they never really talked about how it felt.
Yeah, no, it was like a really bad cramp, and then it lasted maybe for like 4 days, like just clots every day.
Oh,
the cramps kind of went away like after that first really big one, but after that it was just clots just coming out.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. I've never heard of something like that. And they don't teach you how the fuck you know this shit in school and shit, you know, like nothing about... They show you how not to have the babies, but they don't show you shit about the babies unless you fucking just get that one plastic one for some reason, and that's it. Or the flower. But damn. And so when you found out that you had the miscarriage and shit, how was he feeling? Like, was he like over here like congratulations, or was he here like, damn, like, maybe I should have appreciated what I had when I had it?
So like, after he was stressing or whatever and he didn't want nothing to do with it, eventually, maybe like that same week I miscarried, eventually we had a talk and he was like, just, you know, we'll keep it, this and that, we'll make things work. But then like when the miscarriage happened, it did hurt him. Like, he still says to this day that it hurts a bit, but that it was obviously for some type of reason, you know.
Yeah, like, it always, like, literally everything happens for a fucking reason. So maybe something could have bad happen later on, or maybe it was just like, hey, we need to take some time for this. So this is Savannah. Do you think that, like, after all that, do you feel like you still want to have kids? Like, did that change anything for you, or now you're just gonna be nervous about it? How did you feel about kids before that?
Honestly, like, this pregnancy was not planned at all. It was obviously like accidental, but before that I was not planning on having kids anytime soon, like, at least until I got my shit together, you know. But then after the miscarriage, it makes me not want kids for a while. Like, I'm scared to get pregnant again. I'm terrified because it's like, I don't want to experience that again.
Yeah.
So now, like, I try to be extra careful because I don't see myself as a mom anytime soon, if I'm being honest. Obviously, if I was still pregnant, that would be different, you know. Like, my life would change.
Like everybody says, it comes to you once you're pregnant, and once it comes out, like, everything comes. Like, obviously not, like, it's not gonna be easy, like, to where you really know shit, but like, you know, like, it comes to you somehow. They say it comes to you, but that shit's still fucking hard. But what's crazy is like life is always a wave of emotions, but like, I feel like when a big event, no matter good or bad, like, what's crazy is like, it's full of emotions, but all of them at once, like, in seconds and shit. Like, it's crazy. No matter what, damn, we're emotional.
Well, yeah, let me tell you, after a miscarriage, you're completely different. Like, after I had it, I stopped giving a fuck, like, about everything.
What do you mean? Like
relationship wise, like, didn't care. Like, I don't know, like, I became very, very, like, bipolar too. Like, one minute I'm happy, I'm in a good mood, then the next minute I'm not. Like, I'm crying about it. But it was so bad. Like, I was having the worst mood swings ever. Even, like, till this day, like, it doesn't... My body feels different.
I don't know where this bitch is gonna be like, you know what, fuck that, I'm still pissed about that one day. We're gonna start fighting and shit. Oh, fuck. Would you tell your child, like, hey, you were gonna have a brother? Would you never, or a sister, or would you ever not mention that to them?
I feel like I would eventually, because, I mean, I'm close with my mom, and I expect to be close with my kids, too. And she's told me, like, before me, there's going to be someone else.
Yeah.
And it does get to you, though, like, being like the oldest child, you're like, damn, I could have had an oldest sibling too, you know?
Yeah, and that's crazy because I remember I would always say like, I wish I had an older sister. Oh fuck that, an older brother or some shit. And then like it's like, why the fuck, like it's not possible though. Like you're over here, you literally can't have it at all, bitch. Like literally overthinking about it to the max when it cannot happen.
Yeah, I've always wanted an older brother too, because I'm like, well, if I ever have guy trouble, you could beat their ass for me. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I want boys first and then a girl, so it's like if anything happens to that girl, she beat their ass, you know.
Yeah.
And so like at least you could, then you gotta have 2 girls too, so like damn, I always wanted 2 boys and a girl, but now I think I need another girl just so the girls can jump their girls, you know.
Imagine
if it gets to that point, I'm not gonna teach them to be violent, but hey, stick up for them. Like if that bitch puts your hands on your brother or, you know, vice versa, whatever the fuck, like no. Anyways, so people say that a rainbow baby, like that spirit could still protect you and everything, and like have, it's, you know, it's watching over you. And this one dude said that he got in a car crash and he felt like he survived it because his sibling was there with him, and he felt like it was his sibling watching over him. And yeah, so then he found out that people say rainbow babies watch over you. So what's crazy is like your baby is probably not here physically, but it's here like spiritually. Mm-hmm. And like now you just have that one extra person watching over you. And like if you have that child, when you have that child, that baby is still going to be able to watch their little brother or sister grow up, and now you have somebody that can watch them. And it'll kind of like, I feel like if I were in that situation, for me it would kind of make me feel like, okay, like I'll feel a little safer knowing when they're out in the street, somebody is for sure going to be watching them, you know. Like somebody's going to have their back. And at the end of the day, even if you don't have the siblings together physically, they're still going to always have each other's back. That's pretty cool. And you, I mean, you could kind of see it that way. You know, so I mean, it sucks, but I wouldn't know. You never know what somebody goes through that shit until like you're there, you know. Like you're telling me, but I still can't imagine like how the fuck that would feel, and especially seeing that, like,
yeah, it's pretty traumatizing, not gonna lie. But I mean, things happen for a reason. Like I can't even imagine myself still being pregnant right now, you know.
Yeah. That's crazy. How did you tell your parents?
When I had actually got to the hospital that day, the first person I called was my mom. And I didn't want to tell her, but I felt like, okay, I have to, because when the insurance bills her, they're gonna see, she's gonna see I was at the hospital and be like, why the fuck didn't you tell me, you know? So I called her and I was like, I have to tell you something. She was like, what? But she already knew, you know, mom's instinct. She already knew what I was gonna say.
No me digas.
And I was like, I have to tell you something. I'm at the hospital right now. I took a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant. And she was like, what are you gonna do? Like, now you gotta figure out your plans, this and that. She didn't really have nothing to really say to me besides that, and just the fact that she's disappointed. Yeah.
Oh, she said she was disappointed?
Mm-hmm. She wasn't mad. I know she wasn't mad. She was just disappointed.
Because of the person you were with, or because how young you were?
Both. Yeah. I think it was all kinds of stuff. She wouldn't want that for me, you know, because of the situations I was in. Yeah.
So, how did you feel like when she was telling you all that? Were you like, you know what, I'm good off of this conversation? Or did you feel more she didn't help, huh?
Both. I told her, like, you know what, like, I don't even feel like talking about it with you at this point.
And I feel like when you're a woman and you've already had a child, obviously it's like you would think that they would have some type of compassion and some type of something, because they went through that. They know how it feels, obviously. But yet it's somehow like that goes all the way in the back of their head, and yet the judgment comes and like the negativity, because it's like, hey, well, you were at this point when you had me. How come you can't remember that and like try to help on that end instead of making it worse, you know?
Yeah, like make me feel bad about it.
If me and you were talking, I would just try to like make you feel good, you know, and be like, you know what, like something, I wouldn't be negative, you know, like, because if you're a good friend, you're not going to be negative about the situation, like, and if your friend is negative, then that's a red flag. But The fact that a parent does shit like that, and like I'm saying, I know my mom would do the same shit, dude. I remember fucking growing up, and I was like, I pray to God right now I don't get pregnant, because my mom was gonna kick me and that baby out, bro. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, but she was still there for me. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, she was still there for me. There was a point where she was even, like, talking about her being a grandma and making fun about it. Like,
Yeah.
she was kind of excited for it, just didn't want to admit
Once
it.
fucking the nonsense went out of her head and shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
But my dad is a different story.
He was still pissed till, like,
he didn't talk to me for, like, 2 weeks when I told him. Yeah.
And would you, like, talk to your dad a lot?
Not really, but, like, when I would try texting him, calling him, he wouldn't reply to me. Like, he just didn't want nothing to do with me when he found out I was pregnant. Which is understandable, you know. But at the same time, you're a parent. Like, you were a young parent, too. You should understand.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
They were young? How young were they with you?
19.
Shut up. Yeah. And how old were you when you got pregnant?
21. I got pregnant literally 2 days after my birthday.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I swear.
Happy birthday to you. Damn, that's crazy. How did they feel like when they found out they weren't going to be grandparents?
Well, my mom, you know, she told me things happen for a reason. And
yeah.
then my dad started talking to me again. Me and him never really talked about it, though.
He's all like, I fucked up.
Yeah. Me and him never talked about it, though. It was just... That's an awkward conversation to have with your dad, like, you know.
About the miscarriage?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, that is weird how, like, that is supposed to be awkward. But that's what I'm kind of liking now, that nowadays, like, people are so open about hella shit. And, like, that's gonna be good for those people's kids, because then it's like they're gonna be able to really express themselves and have these open conversations. Because like I said, I feel like, well, I don't know if I asked you, I did, right? Like, if you would tell your child if they would have that they were gonna have a sibling. I think I would personally. And I forgot where the fuck I was going with that too, bitch. Fuck, my bad. It's just because this conversation is just so crazy to me. Like, I just keep thinking about what we're talking about. I'm like, damn, like, this is such a crazy situation. There's so many, what's crazy is you're the pregnant one, but everybody around you was just full of emotion too, and like judgmental and all this and that. And it's like, damn, like, that makes it's like, why can people never just really have your back like that? Like, I mean, there are people that will have your back, obviously. I feel like I would have my man would have my back, but it's like, that's, if you're gonna be negative about it, like, if, like they say, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say shit at all. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of another reason why I lost it too, because everyone just has something to say, and it was just getting to me. I was stressing out there wasn't a day that I wasn't stressing out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, my situation, I was living with my friend at the time, and I'm like, well, obviously I can't bring a baby into her house, so I have to find my own place. And it was just super stressful. It's something that I don't want to have to go through ever again. I don't want to have to constantly worry, like, am I gonna lose this baby right now? Mm-hmm. It's traumatizing.
Well, that's just shit that happened when we were apart. Like, that's when you told me that, I was just like, I don't even know what the fuck to think right now, because that's just all so much that happened so quickly. And it's like, it didn't even feel like we weren't talking for that long, you know. But let's just go ahead and fucking let's just flip the mood. Let's go ahead and just, ironically, like, if we want to keep it on the pregnancy part, you obviously fucking know the Kardashians. Do you keep up with the Kardashians?
Yes.
Okay, so did you hear about Kendall fucking being pregnant with Travis?
What the wait, Kendall or Courtney?
Courtney, my bad.
I was like, wait.
That was gonna be some good TMZ.
I was like, who? Since when?
TMZ who? I could fucking make a better stories than you, bitch.
But her holding the poster, no? I think that's so cute.
That is fucking insane, dude. I like when her and Scott got divorced, honestly, I was like, damn, like, that shit really happened. And when she got with him, I was like, that bitch has been like, they've been going back and forth for fucking years, bro. So the fact that she's pregnant, like, I didn't expect her to get pregnant. I was like, I don't think she's gonna want more, but Courtney is out here, andale, otra más, like, that's
well,
crazy.
she wanted to get pregnant though. Like they were
She did?
trying for a baby. Yeah, like they were doing IVF. I think all kinds
that's
of
on the
treatments.
show and shit?
Yeah.
I haven't watched the new season. I had started watching the old season like last year or some shit, and then like they took it off of, I think, Hulu or somewhere that I was watching it. And so once they put on another streaming service, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking go back. But so she wanted to have the baby?
Yeah, like they were like trying for a baby for like the longest, but she couldn't get pregnant. I don't know if it was like because of her, because of him, but it's crazy that she's pregnant now. But I feel bad because a lot of people are like hating on her in her comments.
Why? Because she's old?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's probably like what, in her 40s?
My mom had my sister at her 40s too. With the fucking,
I don't see nothing wrong with it either though.
Kourtney Kardashian looks more like she looks like she's more bearable for one than my mom. Damn, dude. That's honestly, I feel like they have so many fucking kids, bro. Like if you really fuck with one of the cousins, like imagine all the Kardashians just finna like imagine like zombie attack and shit, like blah.
Dude, they do have a lot of kids. Kris is fucking she's gonna be rich forever because when they grow up
she replaced Queen Elizabeth. Yeah. Oh fuck. But yeah, I think that was like crazy how she did it at the concert.
I feel like he knew already though, because I don't think she would have announced her pregnancy like super early because of how high risk she is.
Oh,
I think she was just recreating his music video.
Why? What was his music video?
In one of their music videos, there's a girl holding up a sign too saying, "Travis, I'm pregnant," and she recreated that same like scene.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing as like an announcement to like the world too, because no one knew.
So, do you have anything that you wanted, like, because, okay, Savannah says that she wanted to start a podcast, and she didn't know that I had one until I recently told her. So, do you have something, like, what do you have in mind for a podcast?
I definitely want to talk about, like, obviously random shit.
Yeah.
But more into, like, a lot of girl stuff, like a lot of girl talk, or like talking shit like about sneaky links or something. Like
tell me why. I've been like, that's why I want some dudes on here, because like, don't get me wrong, y'all, like, you guys haven't heard this side of me, but like when I was single, like I could get into some shit, and honestly, like there's a lot of advice that I could give if you want to do some shit. And it's like, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna talk about that with my man. He's gonna be like, bitch, I'm about to pop you in the mouth. Don't say that shit around here. But not really. But yeah. And like I listen to podcasts, and like there's these dudes from, I don't know if you know them, they're from Cali, so you probably do. They're IE and Friends. Do you know them or no? Do you listen to podcasts?
No, not really.
Okay, well, there's this podcast, you should listen to them. They're IE and Friends, and like they talk about like one of the dudes, his name is Saul, and like he talks about like how he's a fuckboy. Well, he used to be a fuckboy. He's retired, and it's like, bro, like I used to be a fuck girl, I guess. And it's like I have some stories and I have some advice, but it's just like not many girls see it that way, you know, because like a lot of my homegirls, they're very like emotional and can't just do shit without having emotions. And I'm over here like, I was over there like, I don't give a fuck, you know. So it's like, I feel like that's what I wanted to do with mine, but I needed the dudes, because no girls are really down to talk about shit like that or say shit like that, because they can't relate, you know. So you wanted to do some of that? That's crazy.
Like I want to just talk shit on a podcast about guys, about just, you know.
She just wants to talk shit about, okay, well,
I want it to be funny too. Like I want it to be like a comfort type of like podcast.
Bitch, let me tell you something right now. Tell me why everybody that I have on this podcast so far that has been a female, every single bitch on here goes back to talking shit about men. And don't get me wrong, I got some shit to say too, but I was like, damn, like you guys are really making this a girl podcast, and I'm trying to have the homies on. The homies are gonna be like, fuck no, your show's lame.
They're the lame ones.
Yeah,
every guy is lame.
But yeah, I want the podcast to be for guys and girls and whoever. Though I want this shit to be for everybody, but most of my audience is females, and to the ladies out there, thank you. I appreciate y'all. But if y'all really want some girly shit, Savannah's thinking about some shit.
Fuck it, I should try it.
So you kind of just want a little bit of, you want the roller coaster of emotions, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when me and Savannah would hang out, and like most of the time me and this bitch were faded, and like I swear some of the conversations we would be like, what the fuck, like, and just be laughing in the back of the seats and shit.
We've almost fucking died together.
How?
When we went to Fremont and we had his friend in the back seat and he was recording like outside the window.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. You give your side of that story and I'll give mine, because I feel like mine was way different, obviously.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't even know what the fuck happened, like, with you and the guy.
Yeah.
All I remember was we were sitting in the back seat. My ex had his friend with him or whatever.
We were right on the strip,
yeah.
shit, like on the boulevard.
We were on Fremont.
Uh-huh. Oh, we were on the on Fremont?
Yeah, we were going to Fremont that night.
Oh, it was Fremont. Yes, this is true. Mm-hmm.
And then, so the friend isn't from here. He's from Mexico. Like, he doesn't really know better, you know.
It's very different, like, in Mexico than over here. But he also wasn't doing nothing wrong.
He was
just recording wrong. Vegas like any other fucking person does.
But he had his flash on, and I guess it bothered some guy. And he came up to the car, like, pressed us. And I was so scared. Though.
Like, he was a crackhead.
I can't remember, but I just know that I was so scared that I was shitting bricks. Like, I thought he was going to pull something out and kill us. Because he said he had something on him.
Yep, he said he had a gun.
But I don't know what you were telling him.
Dude, I was in... The dude that had the phone was right behind me, and I was the passenger. Tell me why, bro. Like, I'm not saying shit. Like, have you seen that fucking video where David Dobrik's driving and, like, his chubby friend is, like, in the back? And
No.
the dude's all like, you... So, basically, this dude, like, road rages them. And, he looks at David Dobrik's friend in the back. He's like, you fucking pig. He's like, why did he bully me? I didn't even say nothing. Like, you know? And so, like, this was me in the front seat over here. The dude was yelling at the homie in the back, like, telling him shit. Honestly, I was just like, what the fuck? He's like, I have a gun. I'll blast your ass, all this and that. And I'm just, like, fucking looking and, like, being like, what the fuck is going on, in shock. Scared as fuck, too, shitting bricks. And so, like, he comes up to me. He's like, well, bitch, say it again. Da-da-da-da-da. I'll shoot you, too. All this and... Yeah,
oh my God.
Dude. He told me he was going to shoot me, and I didn't. I was like, I didn't say nothing. I'm not doing nothing. He's like, ah-da-da-da-da. And then, honestly, like, I was just like, okay. And so, like, after that, like, the homie was like, yo, like, I don't know what the homie ended up saying, but he wasn't like, I'll fucking press you or some shit. He was just like, yo, like, we're chilling, like, all this and that.
Yeah, he was explaining to him, like, look, like, he's not from here. Like, he didn't understand. Like, he was basically apologizing for him.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, like, I am so fucking scared right now. And so eventually, like, the homie got him to leave and shit. And yeah, that was fucking insane.
Yeah,
bro.
I was super scared that night.
I have never felt that way. And I told my man, I was like, what were you thinking? He's like, I was trying to find the best way possible to get you away from him without fucking making him move fast. And so I was like, damn,
and what
bro.
sucks was that we were at a red light.
And nobody was fucking moving. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh. Dude, I thought I was going to die that day. But honestly, when I was like fucking I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Like, that's all I could think in my head. So when I would have went up to God, he would have been like, really? Your last words were, damn, that's crazy. Like, bitch. That's all you had to say when you were down there. Like, you didn't ask me for help.
I didn't even, like, I couldn't remember what you were telling him because I was in so much shock.
I didn't say shit, bitch. Like, I didn't. And then once he started telling me shit, I was like, I didn't say nothing, sir.
Not us laughing about a time we almost fucking died.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to make jokes about my trauma sometimes, too. Like, whenever like, me and my friends, like, that do feel, like, depressed and shit, like, we, like, make suicide jokes and shit. I'm like, dude, like, we're in public right now. Like, people probably think we're fucking insane.
Speaking of, like, acting all dramatic like that, did you ever act dramatic like that in, like, middle school? Because I know I did.
What do you mean? Like, what type of dramatic? With
okay,
what?
so did you have kick?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know how, like, when people get into arguments with their boyfriend, girlfriend, or they would be, like, sad or something, they'll change their profile picture to, like, a black picture, and, like,
Okay.
they'll put, like, ... as their
Oh,
username.
some cringy shit, yeah.
So,
I need some time. But meantime, you're still on it just with, like, a fucking
and it will show you when you're active, too. I remember I was being dramatic one night, and I had sent my friends, like, I don't want to make fun of it, because that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm being so honest.
A lot of people do shit in different ways, bro. Like, we've all been there. Say it. Say that shit sin vergüenza. On here, like, when you come on here, everybody has to understand. We say joke, like I said, I fucking make suicide jokes, and if Lily ever comes on this podcast, when she does, y'all, I'm gonna make that shit fucking, like, y'all gotta wait for it. But if I make a gay joke or two with Lily, like, this is how me and Lily talk. Like, I don't ever want nobody to get offended. The people that I have on here, the way they talk is we all are saying shit, but I will never have anybody that disrespects anybody on here, because this podcast is for everybody. So just don't take nothing to heart. It's just nothing but fucking vibes, and we're chilling. So say what you're gonna say. Say what you were gonna say.
But I remember one night I was being super dramatic. I don't know what the fuck I was mad about, probably with a boyfriend or something. But I had changed my profile picture and everything, and I sent 2 friends, like, a suicide note. Like, I was never serious, bro. I was never serious. I was sad that night or something, and she fucking called the cops on me. The cops pulled up.
What did you expect, bitch? Like, what?
I was so fucking scared that night, because after I sent that, I remember, like, deleting the app to show I was offline, and I was going to sleep. Like, bitch.
I get it, like, you were crying and shit. You just wanted, like, somebody to know that that's how you were feeling.
Yeah, like, that's how I was feeling at the moment. I wanted to fucking
but
die.
Tell me why, like, whenever I'm, like, such in, like, a bad mood, my instant thing is, like, before it was to get drunk and sleep. Now it's just, like, I found out that I just like to be unconscious when I'm emotional. Like, I will cry and knock the fuck out, because I'd rather be asleep than awake.
Every time I'm sad, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm like, I want to fucking kill myself, but I don't mean it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to die. I'm fucking scared to die.
Dude, like, that's what's crazy. Like, a lot of, like, I had this talk with this girl that I met at a concert, and she I always knew this, because there was a lot of times where I did want to die, and I did do shit out, and it didn't happen, but there was times where I was still also at that point. And I knew that there was, like, quicker and easier routes. Like, you know what? I'll just keep it at that, quicker and easier routes. And I was like, you know what? I was still in that, like, I kind of don't want it to happen, but I do want it. So, like, thankfully, the times that I did do shit, I somehow fucking made it through. And so, like, what's crazy is I met this girl at the Snow the Product concert. And she was telling me, we were at this bar. We were at Senior Frogs. And this song came on, and she's like, my friend, before he'd killed himself, she was all like, he had told me, whenever I die, please play this song and just turn up, like, you have a good time at my funeral. And she's all like, but I never knew that he was gonna kill himself. She, like, because, you know, like, I've talked about, when I die, this is what I want everybody to do. When I die, I want exactly that. Everybody just have a fucking party, don't fucking cry, like, just fucking live the fuck up. So she's all like, so he told me play the song, and, like, he killed himself, like, 2 weeks after that or some shit. And so she's all like, honestly, like, people might say that he's a coward or some shit, like, in other people's perspectives, but for me, you gotta have some big fucking balls to do that shit. Cause that you really thought so much shit through. And she's like, me, I've been suicidal before, but I don't do shit because I know I don't want the people around me to feel that. And there's been times where I've been like that too, where I'm like, I don't want my sister to come in on me and find me like this, and that's the only reason why I don't do it. And it's like, you yourself feel like you want to get, like, you're at that point, but yet you're still not selfish enough to like, you still put other people's feelings in consideration. And that's like something so fucked up, to where, like, you really don't want to be here, but you're still putting others before you. Like, that just goes to show, you know. And so that's what she said. She's all like, at that point, he really, like, fucking thought everything through, thought about his whole life, and just did it. I'm like, that's fucking true, though, because like I said, there was times where I did shit, but I kind of didn't want to, and I came back, and it was just like, damn, bro, like, the way she said it too, like, it also felt like so powerful. I'm like, that is fucking insane, because people, like, when you're at that moment, you really are thinking your whole life. Like, you know how they say when you die you see your whole life. That dude seen it and then still, like, was like, all right, I gotta go. Damn, this shit got serious again real fucking quick. Oh shit. Damn. And honestly, I brought this bitch on because I'm like, this is about to be like how she was saying her podcast was gonna be like jokes, fucking around, talking shit. Like, damn, bitch, what the fuck? Why are we getting so serious?
We're getting all sad and shit now.
For real, like, I think we need to fucking finish that blunt. So, I just seen that Buzz and Woody, it's not Buzz and Woody, Toy Story is gonna make Toy Story 5. Did you end up watching all the Toy Stories or no?
Honestly, I've never been a fan of Toy Story.
Shut the fuck up.
If I'm being so honest, I don't know, like, I liked it when I was little, but growing up, it just got boring to me. I think after, like, the fourth one, I stopped.
Did you ever, like, what was your favorite Disney movie? Do you have a favorite?
The princess movies. For
but
sure.
Which one?
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty? That's one I never actually seen.
Really? Yep. That's my favorite Disney movie.
Damn, bitch, because you love to sleep. You're like twins. Mine's has to be Brother Bear. That one was always my favorite Disney movie.
I don't think I've seen that.
No, that shit's a good movie, bro. The first one, because there's two. You should watch it. I'll watch Sleeping Beauty and you watch Brother Bear. You have Disney Plus?
No, but I could get it.
She's like, bootleg that shit on the fucking phone.
What about, like, the Barbie movies? Were you into Barbie movies?
I used to watch the cartoon ones, but tell me why I want to see the new one, though. Like, I don't know what the fuck in me wants to see that new Barbie movie, bro.
Oh, the one with,
It's Ryan Gosling and I forgot the girl's name.
The one that plays, Harley Quinn, no?
Yeah, I think it is her. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that. But no, like, I bring up Toy Story because I wanted to ask you, did you ever, like, grow up thinking that your toys were moving when you weren't there?
When I first watched Toy Story, like, if you really think about it, Toy Story is kind of scary. Like, being a kid thinking, like, damn, are my toys really gonna come alive when I'm not around? Like,
on some demonic shit. Like, have you ever thought that there was, I'm not gonna lie, bitch, I'm kind of scared because I'm talking about demonic shit, and meantime your room is all fucking red like it's hell, like, with your LEDs. I just, like, since I'm talking to you and that's all I see, it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Try sleeping alone after talking about this. I'm gonna have to be alone tonight. I'm sleeping with all my fucking lights on.
That's crazy, dude, that you do live alone, because I don't think I would ever be able to, because I'm so I'm sorry, bitch, I don't want you to fucking be scared while you sleep tonight. Like, I'm such a miedosa. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. How do you do that? You don't watch scary movies here?
I do, but I have to be with someone. No, fuck no. I have to be with someone to watch a scary movie. But it's not that I really, like, get scared of being, like, in the dark or anything. I'm just scared to think about, what if there is spirits in here or something watching me, like.
Ooh, I know, dude. That, like, I think about that a lot. Like, if somebody's watching you when you're asleep or some shit, and then you kind of scare yourself and you're like, I'm not even gonna sleep.
Because if you really think about it, like, imagine looking at yourself sleeping in a dark room.
That shit is like, pretty weird.
You don't know if someone's watching you because you're asleep.
You know what's crazy? Today, because, like, I've always thought this to myself. I asked my man, I was all like, do you, not me hearing the fucking door next door and thinking
you heard that too?
Thinking that it's your fucking house? Every time it's the homie next door. Fucking, asked my man last night, actually. I was like, do you ever think people watch us through our window while we sleep? Because the way mine is, like, I can see the street from my window. So somebody could easily just, like, walk through my gate and, like, fucking look at us while we sleep. You never fucking know. People break into people's houses while they sleep to smell their toes.
Oh,
like,
hell no. Don't tell me that shit. No, you know what it reminds me of, actually? Have you ever seen that one video of that couple in their apartment and there was someone living in their vents? Or in their attic or something. I think it was the vents.
The movie? You talking about the movie?
No, like, this is a real clip. Like, an actual clip that has happened. Like, this lady or guy, I don't know who the fuck it was living in their, like, I think it was the,
The attic?
Not the attic. What did I say?
The air
before?
vents?
Yeah, the air vents.
Shut the fuck up.
And she would, because her husband was like, he would get up in the morning and be like, why the fuck is there like half eaten shit all over the place? Like, he thought it was his wife getting up in the middle of the night.
Is this bitch pregnant?
He thought it was his wife getting up in the middle of the night, like making herself stuff and then like leaving that shit out. And every time he would confront her about it, she'd be like, no, like that's not me. Until they looked at their camera and seen that there was someone that would come out of the vents like in the middle of the night when they were sleeping and just start eating their food. I think she was even pissing in the sink at one time. I think
I remember what you're talking about. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, this is like an older video.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though is like he was doing that shit on purpose. Cause bitch, I'm gonna put you on this movie. We talked about it on the podcast. It's called Frog or some shit. I think it is Frog, and it's this whole movie that like it shows that this is a real thing, that people literally like they either do it for fun or they're homeless or whatever. I think the girl in the thing was homeless, and basically what they do is that there's pro people that fucking find a way to sneak into your house. Like some people will like stalk you for a minute, see when is there time to go into your house and shit, and like they'll find a way for them to get into your house and either go down in your basement or go upstairs in your attic, or like fucking they'll, in this one movie the girl I think printed out the blueprints to the house. And like fuck? They fucking figured out the whole layout. Her and this boyfriend, they basically, it shows how that there's professional people that fucking find a way to get into your house and live in your house without you noticing. But some of them will like mess with people's brains just to fuck with them and like leave a mess and just have them like all scared and shit.
Oh my god, don't tell me that. I'm gonna be
but
scared.
Bitch, you live
now.
in an apartment, like where are they gonna hide in here? Like in your pantry and just walk behind you?
Fuck, I don't know. Like that's
and
really
just
scary.
make sure, because nobody can fit through that vent.
It's just
like,
the thought of like that
when you get a house. Yeah, dude.
Like,
I told my man, I'm like, if we fucking have a house and we have anything like that, I'm gonna make you do the whole lap around, because fuck that. That's scary, dude.
I would
or
have
fucking
cameras
have cameras. Yeah. But then again, it's like that's crazy that you have to have that because of that. Because I want my family and my kids to have privacy.
Yeah.
But I also don't want a motherfucker coming into my shit, because bitch, I want to live in a mansion. Yeah. And that's what I was telling my man. Like, imagine people who live in a mansion and do that, and that's fucking insane. But yeah, there's people that do that, dude.
That's fucking scary. I could never imagine being watched while sleeping.
I feel like if that ever does happen and I see or catch the thing is, I've always had that fear that somebody's watching me sleep through my window. And it's like, damn, imagine like there is somebody that does and I just haven't caught them yet.
Oh, that's so scary.
But
like, imagine like being so stalked too.
Having a stalker?
To the point where they're even watching you sleep.
Like on some you shit?
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to have a stalker, I'd be down for it, because I'm like, I really know you won't cheat on me, bitch. Like,
do you want to date? Like, might as well just fucking date.
For real, shit. I mean, like, that fool on you did it. Shit, why can't you?
Right, huh?
Do you, because you know how he would smell, like, the panties and shit?
Yeah.
Did you ever, like, smell your man's chonies?
No, but I have, like, checked his underwear before.
What do you
to make sure there wasn't no, like,
nut on it?
Yeah, or, like, poop or something. Like, you gotta know if they're clean. Like, you don't want no guy with skid marks on his chonies. Like,
dude, I remember, like, a lot of my friends would say that they seen that shit in fucking boys' locker rooms. I'm like,
ew,
bro, why? Like, tell the homie or some shit. Like, yo, man, I don't know if you know, because you're showing everybody. Like, I mean, if you're a girl and you see a girl, like, leaking or some shit, I hope you tell her. It's like, why wouldn't you tell the homie, hey, man, you're showing everybody your business. Melatonin. Melatonin.
Oh my god. No, I can't take melatonin.
Why?
Melatonin gives me really bad nightmares.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That and NyQuil.
NyQuil.
Yeah.
Like how, you know what, she brought up nightmares. Let's hop into the fucking dream segment. All right, so I have a segment. It's about dreams, and basically is I want to know people's dreams. I want to know any old ones that have stayed with you till this day, or if you've had some recent ones, or just, you know, anything that sticks out to you. So since you're already talking about that makes you have bad dreams, like what type of bad dreams does that shit make you have?
Just dark dreams, like either like, I don't know, I can't explain it because I can't really remember, but I know there are some dark dreams I have when I take that type of stuff, because I'm in such a deep sleep that I think it just makes me have nightmares.
Mm-hmm. Is it like demonic shit, or you're getting killed, or like
All types of shit, like, I don't know, just dark, very dark dreams. Yeah,
scary shit?
Yeah,
she's like
just scary shit. I can't remember. All I know is it's scary shit. Yeah.
Damn. So do you have an old dream that has stayed with you, or have you had a recent funny weird dream, emotional, like when you were pregnant, or like maybe during the miscarriage? Did you dream of the baby?
No, but what's crazy is, I don't know if this has happened to you. I feel like it's happened to a lot of females where we dream we're pregnant and we have the baby. We see the baby's face. Have you ever had that type of dream? Those I can remember, because those, I don't know, some
not
type
that
of
I
attachment.
can recall, as honestly, but I wouldn't doubt it, but not that I can recall right now. So that's what you had while you were pregnant?
Not while pregnant. I don't remember having any weird dreams pregnant, but I would have those dreams before I got pregnant that I was pregnant, and like I would see the baby's face and everything. It was always a girl.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so when I got pregnant.
Was it the same girl?
What do you mean?
Like, was it the same baby over and over, and you just knew it was a girl?
It always looked like a mini me.
Uh-huh.
Like, it always looked like me when I was little. So that when I did get pregnant, like, that's what I felt like I was going to have. I felt like I was going to have a girl because I always dreamed it.
Yeah. That's crazy. And you had it constantly?
I've had it probably, like, 3 times where
That's
it feels
enough
exactly
of
the
times,
same.
though.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
There's been times where I've woken up like crying because it's like it's not real, you know, but it feels so real.
Damn, what the fuck? That's insane.
Yeah.
To have that many, that's like, that either was like, that could have been like the child that you just missed out on, or like maybe your next child.
Future child, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nope, I haven't had that, but wow. I wonder if people who have had babies and shit, like, did you remember having a dream about them and they came out exactly like how they look like in the dream? Damn.
I wonder that too.
If they'd ever seen them. If y'all have ever dreamt about your baby and it came out just that way, put that shit in the Google Forms on my fucking bio and let me know. So, is that do you have anything else, like any other dreams?
I feel like I don't really remember my dreams like exactly, but I do. Does sleep paralysis count?
Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, it's part of sleeping. Yeah. So, I mean, it feels like a dream, people say, but not really. So, yeah, sure.
That shit is like so scary. Like those I can remember. I can remember each time too. But the most recent was when I was living with my ex. A lot? Yes. I always have it where there's bad vibes.
Uh-huh.
My recent time that I had it was probably like the past year when I was still living with my ex. And you know those like Virgin Mary candles?
Like yeah. I know which ones.
Well,
has the picture on it and
yeah,
shit.
he had that. We had that in the room, and he had it lit till like it went out, so it stayed lit and never burnt out until it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this one night we were sleeping, and it was on in the room. It was dark, and I woke up in sleep paralysis, and all I remember was the candle flickering, like blowing out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like a shadow, like watching me. And then once I woke up out of the sleep paralysis, well, during the sleep paralysis, the candle like turned off. Like I seen it turn off eventually.
But you couldn't move?
Yeah, but I couldn't move. I just remember I was trying to like mumble with my mouth to wake him up because he was right by me. And then once I woke up out of it, the candle was still lit and never blew out.
But when you were in it, the candle was off?
The candle was flickering, and then it eventually turned off when I was in sleep paralysis. And when I woke up, the candle was on.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And like, so talk about other times, like the fact that like you can remember them and like you see shit. Like, I can remember. I don't think thank God, honestly, that I don't think I can ever say that I've experienced sleep paralysis, and honestly, thank God, because that shit's fucking scary.
It is scary.
But tell me about more times. Like, that's interesting.
When I was living in California, my dad was living in these apartments at this time, and they were haunted as fuck. Like, right down the street was an abandoned asylum.
Shut the fuck up. Like, on some horror movie shit?
On some horror movie shit. Like, there's YouTube videos about this asylum. It's scary.
Which one?
It's the Downey or Southgate mental asylum or something like that. But they always have it blocked off with cops right there because people be trying to sneak in. It's scary. But yeah, he had lived down the street from there, so it was just bad vibes in that apartment. And one night I remember I was sleeping. I woke up out of sleep. I woke up in sleep paralysis, and I remember seeing multiple figures. Like, it wasn't just one figure, it was like multiple, like, coming to surround me. And I remember hearing whispering.
Black figures?
Yeah. I remember hearing whispering, like multiple voices talking, but whispering. Like, I didn't understand what they were saying. And then I just remember one specific shadow got on top of me. It felt like I was being suffocated.
And you seen all this? Like, you seen when it got on top of you and everything?
Yes. And it's crazy because when you're in sleep paralysis and you think your eyes are open. Supposedly they're really not, but you see everything. Yeah.
I thought your eyes were open. Is that like a myth or so? Like, that's not true?
Boy, when you go in sleep paralysis, you think your eyes are open because you're seeing everything. I don't know exactly how I look when I go through it. Maybe my eyes really are open. I don't know. But everything I was looking at was exactly how it was. Like, exactly everything in the room was where it was supposed to be, you know? Like, it was like I was awake. And then all I remember was I was trying to, like, mumble, like, to scream to wake my dad up to go wake me up, but I couldn't. And then I eventually broke out of it, and there was nothing in there. There was actually one more scary ass time that I went through sleep paralysis. And this one was weird. Like, I don't know if it was really sleep paralysis, if I was awake seeing shit, but I remember I was probably maybe like 13, 14 at the time. And at the house I was living at the time, I had my own bathroom in my room. And on the other side of the room was like a little hallway to my parents' room. And I always had my door open right there. So one night I woke up, I had to use the bathroom. And I remember using the bathroom. This is why, like, I don't understand. Like,
I'm just letting y'all know it did happen.
Like, I know I was awake enough to use the bathroom. So I get up, and I'm done using the bathroom. I walk out, and then all of a sudden I'm frozen. Like, I'm frozen facing my doorway to that hallway. And all of a sudden I see, like, this tall figure. And it didn't have a face. I could see their body, like, sculpture and everything, but it didn't have a face.
In your room? Or in the hallway?
Standing, like, in the doorway of the hallway, just staring at me. And I couldn't move. Like, I just felt so frozen. I couldn't, like, get myself to say anything.
Tell me why I'm seeing this in my head right now, bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine, like, a human-sized body, just really tall and skinny, no face.
I feel like I'm seeing what you're seeing in your head right now, because I am seeing this clearly.
And that's what gets me thinking, like, was
my
I really
heart's pounding
awake?
a little bit, bro. I gotta breathe.
It gets me thinking, like, was I really awake? Because I remember after that, I broke out of it. I went straight to my bed and put the blankets over my face, and that's how I fell asleep, because I was scared.
Damn, dude. Fuck. Honestly, like, that's fucking crazy, bro. The fact that you were still able to, this bitch really woke up through all this shit, and yet she still chose every single time to go back to sleep. I would have fucking forced myself to watch George Lopez or some shit, bitch. Like,
put on, like, a cartoon or something.
So, do you feel like you have more sleep paralysis than dreams in general?
No, because I haven't, like I said, like, I only go through sleep paralysis if it's bad vibes around me. It's, like, spiritual in a way.
Do you feel like you have, because you seem like you go through it a lot. Like, what the fuck? And I've never heard of somebody go through it this much. Like, do you feel like you have something attached to you? Or, like, do you just feel like maybe because you lived by that asylum, one of those people in the group stayed with you or some shit?
Yeah,
or like,
maybe. I feel like it just depended where I was at. Maybe there was, like, some type of spirit at my dad's apartment. Damn. Fucking with me, because you know what? I had a dog at the time, and there would be times where he would randomly bark in the hallway, like, at night too.
Oh fuck no, dude. Did you ever, like, think you needed a limpieza or some shit? Did your parents ever say something to you? Did you ever tell your parents about this?
Yeah, my dad said that supposedly, my dad be lying a lot, so I don't fucking believe his ass, but supposedly that in that apartment building a long time ago, some guy had murdered his family, and then like murdered his family, and then killed himself.
Your dad would tell you that as
Yeah.
a joke? You think so? That's your dad's a little mean, because why the fuck would you have your child that traumatized, like, to where you can't even believe that from this phone?
And he would leave me home alone a lot too, me and my sister.
After he told you that?
You know what, actually,
He
it's
really
crazy.
didn't even tell y'all the kokui. He said, fuck no, you got your own origin story here, bitch.
And I played the Ouija board there before.
Shut the fuck up.
But, okay,
this is why I brought Savannah on, because sometimes, bro, the shit she tells me literally fucking leaves me like, what the fuck are you telling me right now?
So, but it wasn't like a real Ouija board. Like, it was on my phone. Like, it was like a stupid little app.
You see what I'm saying, bro? This bitch just never stops with her nonsense.
I just
I'm
remember.
not gonna lie, though. I got the ghost apps and shit. Never
Yeah.
a Ouija board, but I got ghost apps.
I was with my cousin this night, and we were like, you know what? Like, let's just fucking get it, like, for fun. Not just trying to fucking play the
This
Ouija board
bitch
for fun.
said for fun?
So, tell me why.
She really is into that horror shit, though.
Yeah. So, tell me why we were talking to it. We were like, who are you?
Oh, shit.
Bitch,
you
know
had to
what?
put your finger on it?
Yeah, you had to hold it with your finger. Bitch, this fucking thing said that they were a male and that they had no head. No head, bro. After, I think this was before we found out what happened. Supposedly what happened at that apartment. But I was like, there's no fucking way.
Bitch, don't put air quotes. What the fuck? Don't disrespect nothing here.
This was a long time ago, though. So hopefully
Uh-huh.
that shit didn't follow me. But I haven't had sleep paralysis here. Like, I don't feel like nothing.
Bitch, I hope you don't. Like, I don't want bad vibes for you. Like, that's fucking scary.
I have my evil eye facing towards in here. Like,
Fuck.
Yeah.
So he told you guys that, and then, like, did you guys keep going with the conversation or what?
no, I was just like, I'd rather you have not told me this, because now it makes sense what the Ouija board said.
And you told your dad about the Ouija?
Yeah, but he didn't give a fuck.
So I'm talking about, like, the conversation with the Ouija board.
Yeah, I had told him, and he was like, well, yeah, it's because that guy killed himself here and he shot himself in the head.
So who were you doing the Ouija board with?
I was doing it with my cousin.
So what, you guys found that out that he had no head, and then you guys were like, okay, bye.
Yeah, we fucking said, because you know how, like, when you're finished playing with the Ouija board, you gotta say bye or
Yeah.
whatever? We did that just in case.
Yeah.
And then I deleted that app right away and, like, turned off my phone. I was super freaked out.
You know what's crazy, though, is even though it was on your phone, a Ouija board, that shit will still work.
Yeah.
Because you are putting your energy towards that shit. You can fucking make a Ouija board on a sticky note type shit, and it'll work because you are putting your energy into that.
Yeah. You remember that one? I don't know if you remember this. It was more like middle school time.
Don't tell me, Charlie.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
That's what it
honestly,
reminds
dude,
me
when
of.
people were doing that shit next to me, I was like, God, I'm not a part of this. Protect me with all you got, because these fools are crazy.
I never tried that, though.
I feel like, okay, all of a sudden this bitch is scared of Charlie, but she's over here on the fucking Ouija board like that.
because, like, the story behind Charlie, fuck no.
I don't know the story.
I think supposedly it's named after, like, it's called Charlie for a reason. Like, it's named after someone that died or something.
Bitch, can we,
Talking
like,
to you.
open the door? Because you're getting me so scared.
And I totally forgot that you mentioned that my red lights are on.
That's
And
what
I'm not
saying.
even
I'm,
looking
like,
over there.
literally so scared. And I'm like
Like
we're
the
going to take a
fucking,
break
like-
because this bitch is going to close her door. I swear she's scaring.
The AC just went on. My room looks like some Insidious type shit.
Bitch, hold on, guys. She's going to go
You want
close
me
her
to go-
door.
you want me
Yes,
to go-
bitch, I'm serious. No. Hold on. 1 second. Tell me why. You know how the grasshoppers are back in Vegas, right?
Yes.
So tell me why yesterday I was fucking driving, bro. And I had my window down. I was cruising, about to go home after work. I'm fucking driving, and tell me why a grasshopper hops into my car, lands in between my glasses,
Swear.
teabags my fucking eyeball, and just hops in the back car. And I'm like, I'm not about to fucking let this grasshopper get lost and fucking just die in my car somewhere. So I fucking get out, tell me why, like, since it hopped in my eyes, I closed my eyes and, like, I freaked out and I swerved on accident because, like, I was just like, what the fuck is happening right now? And so, like, I was in this fucking street full of fucking cars, and so I fucking had to open my eyes super quick, and I just remember when I opened my eyes, like, that shit bounced off, and I was like, fuck. So I pulled over, And I opened my back door, and tell me why this motherfucker is literally just sitting on the back of my fucking chair and shit. Like, bitch, I'm doing DoorDash. I'm not no fucking Uber. Like, that fool hopped into my fucking car and sat in the back seat, bitch. No. And so, like, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a clip for y'all, so you guys, because I recorded it for the podcast, because I'm like, no fucking way they're not gonna hear about this. I have to show them what happened. So I'm over here on the phone with my man while this is happening, and when that shit hopped on my face, I was like, oh my god, like, I was freaking out. I was like, ah, and he's like, what happened, are you okay? And I'm like, that fucking a grasshopper like hopped on my eye or some shit. And like, he's all like, don't fucking do that, like, I thought you were in a car crash, like, are you okay? Pull over, like, make sure you can drive. I was like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm freaked. I like, would you have gotten freaked the fuck out in the street? Of course, I like,
fucking hate bugs. Imagine them on my face,
dude. So that, like, a week before that or 2 weeks, I fucking had picked up worms, and I felt like I picked up maggots at this fucking PetSmart for somebody, and so like while I was driving with them, I felt like worms behind my back. So the next week, I fucking have a fucking grasshopper hop in my eye, like. I was full of asco, bro. Like, I forget this bitch doesn't speak Spanish. Asco is like disgust. Uh-huh. And so like, so that fool like is just sitting in my backseat. Tell me why I grabbed my fucking tray, my rolling tray, and it has like a cover on it. Like, it's one of those that you could close and shit. Mm-hmm. So tell me why I grab it, because I don't want, my man's all like, just kill it. I'm like, ew, no, what the fuck? Like, not on my car. Like, I'm scared as fuck. This fool's gonna hop somewhere. Yeah. He's like, just, okay, grab your dasher bag and punch it on top of it. I was like, no, like, I'm not doing none of this. So I fucking grab my tray, and I'm like, I'm gonna just throw it at this bitch and make this fool hop out. And so I fucking throw my tray at it, and bitch, tell me why, like, all the guts of a Dutch fucking pop out of my tray all over my back seat, and like, not the grasshopper, like the fucking tobacco.
Oh, I was like, wait,
the guts of what? Like of a fucking blunt wrap and shit. And so all of that flies all over my fucking car. My whole car smells like a whole ass fucking Dutch right now. And it's like the grasshopper did not flinch, bitch. Like, he just fucking,
it still stayed there.
It stood there like, are we gonna go? Yeah. I'm ready.
They're like, I ain't fucking going nowhere, bitch.
And so my man's all like, why the fuck would you do that? I'm like, shut the fuck up. So I fucking grabbed the tray, and I just fucking like put it on top of it, and I just grabbed the cap of the tray and slide it under. So I caught that fool in the tray, and tell me why I was like, before I did, I was like, I could just catch him and then like put him back outside on the floor. But I was scared that if I were to open it, he would have hopped out on me. Like, bitch, I'm tingling right now because of how fucking fucked up this bitch had me. And so like, I fucking just threw the tray on somebody's yard.
Are you for real?
Like, I didn't even open it, bitch. I just threw it and was hoping for the best that it would open and let that fall.
And you left it there?
No, fuck no, bitch. I'm not gonna leave my tray there. The fuck? So my man's all like, did you really just fucking throw the tray? Because I heard that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's a brand new tray. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. Like, this bitch has me fucked up. You're not in my fucking shoes right now.
You know what? If I'm being so honest, call me dumb, but I didn't know that those fuckers fly.
Me either. Because, bitch, he flew. Like, when I say this motherfucker teabagged me, he fucking teabagged my eyes. Like, he literally went in my glasses and hopped on my back seat, bro. He had me fucked up.
Those are so fucking ugly, too. I fucking hate grasshoppers.
It was, like, as fucking... Dude, my fingers are small, but, like, let me see your... It was, like...
Ignore my
like, as big as marks. This finger. That motherfucker was big, bro. Yeah, and he was thick.
He was thick.
So you're good with your dreams?
Yeah.
For me, I feel like... So, honestly, I've just been having dreams about me fighting with my sister because we're beefing it, like, in real life. And, like, my dreams just go back to us fighting and shit. Like, and yesterday's dream was, like, we weren't even, like, fighting like that. But, like, I remember I was trying to tell her, like, I remember that I was recording for the podcast. And that so she needed to use the outlet that I was using for my computer, right? And I just remember her fucking, like, removing my computer from there. I was like, I asked my brother, I'm like, did she save the episode before she took it off? And I was freaking the fuck out. And so I went to go ask her, and she was just like fucking walking away from me, ignoring me. And I'm like, I would like, for me, if it was this in real life, like I would have just checked if I saved it. But tell me why in my dream I didn't think to check it. And I was just like following her, like, did you save it? Did you save it? Like just following her. And then I remember like at one point I started chasing her, just asking her, did you save it? Did you save it? And so like at one point we were like kind of like where there's like kind of like shelves. Like it was just a room full of shelves, and like she was running. And I remember she was about to dip from me, and she ended up like slipping on something and falling on her head and like fucking,
oh my god,
cracking her
fucking
dome.
gory as fuck.
No, like it's not like that bitch started bleeding out, but she did it like she had a good fall. A good fall. And so like I remember I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk away now because I didn't do shit to you, bitch. So
it's like, damn, like you guys are beefing in real life and in your dreams,
dude. And that's funny because like her and my brother would always like fight in their dreams, but also be fighting in their physical bodies, but yet they would do it at the same time. Like they were fighting both spiritually and physically at the same fucking time. Fuck? It was so weird. And so yeah, I don't know if she was dreaming like this last night too or some shit, but like, yeah, so that bitch fell and knocked herself out type shit. And I remember, like, once that happened, I was like, I'm not getting in trouble for this shit. Like, you did that on your own. So I remember walking away, and then, like, I remember, like, my mom coming back and, like, telling somebody else about it. She's like, oh, yeah, no, she fell, and, like, all this. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, you better not tell nobody I did shit to you because you did that on your own. And, yeah, so that was my dream.
Have you ever had any, like, scary dreams?
Yeah. Nothing like that I can remember, like horrifying, but like I've honestly only had this Chucky dream that fool was like tiny and running up on the couch trying to kill me and shit, and then like I started trying to fucking kill that fool, and I woke up and was like, nah, like I'm gonna come back for you, bitch. And yeah, but like other than like scary shit, no. And like I said, I don't think I've ever really had sleep paralysis. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've had some dark dreams though. Like I've had a dream where I see the city on fire, and it gets me so sad, dude, because I'm like, it's like Vegas that's on fire, and I'm like, damn, like what the fuck. And that one I have had like a couple of times where I do see the city on fire, and I'm like trying to find somewhere to go. So I'm like, damn, Vegas, if it ever turns on fire, like I already know my route because I've been through this shit before. But like that's other scary. Like how you have, not really. I mean, I do have like, they're not dreams because they don't go on, but I have visions like where I'll start sleeping and I'll see like fucking like a random scary face or a demon or like just like, God, I hate like that. Like fucking flashes of just scary shit, bro.
Or like when you're like washing your face or something, or like yeah, that's like the worst
that thing that you're talking about when you're like washing your face or like by yourself or like doing something and you're like, what's behind me? That's what I see sometimes in dreams, but like flashes and shit. That's fucking scary. So damn, like now that you live alone, like do you feel like you're more scared of people coming in and doing shit or like the demonic shit?
I feel like definitely demonic because it's like I really don't know what's in here.
And plus like, you're somebody that really is into all that, so you hear all this shit.
And it's just like any little noise I hear, I just ignore it. I'm like I don't even want to think about it being like something in here.
Damn, dude, I would sleep with all the lights on. You sleep with the lights on or no?
Only light I sleep on is just the kitchen light, but I always close my door. Like I close my door and lock it.
Yeah,
because anything? You never know. Damn. And I'll sleep with like my LED lights on, like on low, just to have like a little night light in there because it is scary. And I have a mirror in there that faces towards my bed.
Oh, you're the one on your closet and shit? Damn, you know they say you're not supposed to do that. And I have that too. Like I move it. Like mine isn't mounted anywhere, but I still, where I place it, like it still faces my bed. And I don't want to necessarily face it towards the wall because it has like flowers that I put on there, so I don't want it to squish. But I have that, and you know how they say that you're not supposed to sleep with the fucking like TV towards you or a black screen or something?
Yeah.
Meantime, my man's fucking 55 or 65, whatever the fuck, 5-inch, fucking black as hell facing me and shit.
That's scary though, because like imagine all those myths that people say like are real.
All those what?
All those myths.
Oh, the myths about the screens
Yeah.
and shit. I mean, I don't doubt it, but...
Or, like, when you have two mirrors facing each other, like, you're not supposed to have two mirrors facing each other because it supposedly opens, like, a portal.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's crazy. Honestly, well, yeah, that was our dreams. That was pretty juicy because... I did not expect this bitch to say this, and this is me for the first time hearing this bitch say some shit like this. That's crazy. I never knew that.
It's very unbelievable, but it's actually stuff that has, like, I've seen, like, it's happened.
Yeah, it's not that it's unbelievable, like, I believe you, but it's just like the fact that you went through that and seen that and can remember and tell me. And like I said, I feel like when you were saying about the dude in the hallway, I swear, like, what I was seeing, I feel like that's what you were seeing right now. And what's crazy is, like, a lot of the times where people are telling me their dreams, like, I feel like that's most of the time when I can really see,
like, visualize
their shit that they're seeing, and it really feels like this is not my viewing, this is like what you were seeing. But that's crazy, dude. Like, when you would tell your ex and shit, did you tell him about your sleep paralysis?
Yeah, I told him. I even told him about that night that... Well, I had woken him up, actually, that night that I went through the sleep paralysis there at the house with him. And he just would hug me and stuff like that. They just consult me. But
yeah.
He always believed me, too.
Did he say, like, oh, my gosh, I just felt something cold? Or, like, did he ever, like, say that he felt something around you or some shit?
No.
Or, like, did he didn't, like, it didn't faze him at all? Like, that's crazy.
I feel like with me, though, like... I could feel if there's something around me. Like, you just get that instinct when someone's around you, you know?
And, like, you feel, like, the fucking goosebumps and shit, bro. Damn. I don't know how this bitch can talk about this shit and live alone. Fuck that.
I know.
Bitch, I'm scared and I'm not gonna be alone.
I'm gonna put on, like, SpongeBob or something, like, to distract myself.
She's gonna put on Brother Bear. She's gonna really watch some shit. Oh, fuck. But, damn. So, yeah, that was my dream segment. So, so keep in mind, y'all, this is, like, Savannah hasn't heard the podcast. So, like, what's crazy is, like, a lot of the people that I've had on here, they have not listened to the podcast. And, like, I really be catching them off guard with this fucking dream segment. And a lot of them, like, they ask me, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, I cannot tell y'all the dream segment, especially... Like, I'll go ahead and, like, give y'all a little, like, example of what we're going to talk about. But the dreams, I love catching people off guard because shit gets juicy. And so, yeah, let's do... I don't even know what else to fucking bring up right now. You want to smoke?
Sure.
Hold on, y'all. So, basically... I have this period app, and like on the app it goes ahead and it gives you questions with some answers that, like, either you pick the answers that it gives you or you write in your own answer. And then there's also, like, just like basic women questions in all kinds of scenarios and stuff. So okay, so ever since I met this bitch, honestly, like, she's kind of been like me. And like the fact that, oh shit, let me just make sure I didn't fucking do nothing. All right, and the fact that, like, honestly, bitch, like, you've always just been so open with me, like, from the get-go. It was, like, kind of funny because I'm like, this bitch is really sitting here. I just met her, and she's telling me all this shit. But here I am, me too. And, like, did you ever feel like I was like that with you? Like, you're like, damn, this bitch is really out here saying some shit.
I feel like we got comfortable with each other very fast.
That's what I told my man. I'm like, I'm down to talk to this bitch because I'm like, me and this bitch would really just, like, she made me feel like, damn, I'm not really the only dumbass. Because, like, I swear, bro, I remember the fact that we were both fucking faded too. Like, I remember us just vividly having conversations and being like, both of us at one point we were like, bitch, what the fuck are you saying right now?
I think we're very just airheaded. Like, at least I'm very airheaded.
Bitch, I'm not disrespecting. She's like, over here, like, we're the same. And she's like, oh, you're an airhead.
In a way, like, we talk about dumb ass shit. Like, I feel like we've done some dumb ass shit before.
Same. But yeah, so I don't know what the fuck I was. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So I was asking you that, like, I feel like since you're very open and even like you're being fucking open right now with like even the whole miscarriage shit, I still want to know, like, I'm gonna ask this question. So the app basically asks, is there anything you'd never discuss with anyone else no matter what?
Yeah.
Can you bring up the subject to us, or is there just you just want to leave it at yeah? Because for the app, this one is it doesn't give you answers. It's just a general question to the people.
I think keep that to myself.
Keep that, yeah.
I got a lot of juicy shit that I do in my life.
Damn, bitch, you could make a fucking Patreon for sure. Dead ass. She'll have a lot of tea to spill. But for me, let's see. With something that I'll never discuss. Honestly, I feel like there was things in the past that I would have never discussed with anybody, but I feel like even some of those things I've already brought it up on here. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be as open as I can be, even about like to my stupidest, like to like my fucking like horrifying fucking traumatic whatever the fuck, like I'm gonna try to like be open as much as I can about that shit. Just so the main reason was I wanted to do this was to fucking have nobody feel like they were alone. Cause like a lot of the podcasts that I listened to, a lot of them were like they would like fuck around and shit, but also like they were like that, and they would also like give like kind of like advice or like, you know, just something to make you feel like, oh shit, you're not the only one. They would have other people come on and tell them their shit, and it's like that I really liked how that made me feel. And like, I'm not gonna lie, bitch, some of these podcasts be having me crying, so it's like I feel like that's what I want to do, so everybody that listens to this can also have somewhere to go and fuck around and have like a fucking open space. So there is some shit that I wouldn't talk about, but I mean, like I said, there's already shit that I'm talking about here, so I guess yes and no. All right, so I'm gonna just read some of the answers right here. So one of them said, okay, let's go back to the question because I fucking forgot. Oh, is there anything you'd never discuss with anyone else no matter what? One girl said, I really enjoy watching porn when I masturbate.
You go, girl.
She said, you go, girl. So now that you're like single, bitch, like, do you watch porn?
No, if I'm being so completely honest, like I've never been into like porn, masturbate. I've never masturbated before. Like I find it personally,
you've never
I
like
find
ever
it weird. I swear to God,
never in your life.
Swear to God,
never once. You've
swear
never
to God, nope. I find it so weird and uncomfortable to think like pleasing myself alone. Like it's kind of weird. Like I don't know. I've never tried it.
You've never been that fucking like.
There's been times
and you're just like, I need this.
Yeah, like there's been times not where I want to like, you know, finger myself and shit. There's been times where I'm like, okay, like maybe I should try out like a vibrator or something.
Oh, okay.
But I've never gone through with it. Like it's just not something.
Bitch, I'm down to get a vibrator.
I've thought like, about it.
Fucking amazing. Damn, I'm really telling y'all everything fucking freaky this episode. Whew. Okay. All right. Let's see how this one works. All right. So I'm 19. Here's an answer. I'm 19 and I'm ready to have sex. So just because my sexual journey is for me and nobody else, I'm worried that I'm too tight and the penis won't fit. Any tips? No pun intended. Any tips?
I think that's all our fear, like as a virgin, like it hurting.
You really feel like that was your fear when you were a virgin, like it's not gonna fit?
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
Not really that it's not gonna fit, but that it's gonna hurt. Like I've always heard so many stories of it hurting and then bleeding. Like I was really scared.
Yep, the bleeding is what really scared me. Bitch, tell me why though. Like I knew about the bleeding, but when I lost my virginity, I still didn't like think about it. Like when it was going down. So, what was crazy to me is that, after, like, I fucking was done with the deed and shit, I think it was my dad or my mom that picked me up.
They didn't know, right?
No, bitch, they were over. So how did it go? Like, no, bitch.
Picking you up from, like, a sneaky link and shit.
Oh, fuck, imagine, though. Hell no, I'm not that close to fucking tell them shit. So... I was over here like fucking bleeding and shit. Right, I think it was my dad, and like I completely fucking forgot, dude, and it had went through my pants and stuff, and I was like, fuck, like I really hope I did not get him on the seats. Heavy? I mean, for me, it was like this bitch. Like you lost your virginity.
I
Is
didn't
that heavy?
get my. I didn't bleed when I had sex. I had.
Oh no.
Got it popped another way.
What do you mean? In the butt?
No, like.
Oh.
My first time when I lost my virginity, I didn't bleed because I had gotten my cherry popped like.
Oh.
Yeah, in a different way. Yeah.
She's like. Quick pause. She's like, how open do I really want to be?
Y'all know.
Oh
Y'all
shit! Damn.
I mean. Yeah.
That's crazy. So like, but did you still bleed or no?
I didn't bleed at all. Like when I lost my virginity, I didn't bleed at all. But when I did like get my cherry popped, even then, like it was like a quick bleed, like for maybe like a few minutes. Like it wasn't heavy.
It was a few minutes for me, but like it was a few minutes going home.
It
was just like it leaked. But what's crazy is the dick wasn't even that big.
It wasn't even worth it.
No, honestly, I feel like I was just like, I just want to get this over with, and like I didn't make it like a big thing. I was just like, let's fucking do it and fuck it, see what happens. It was his first time too, so I was just like, even less of a fucking like worry and shit. Because
you're doing it together.
I think that's why it wasn't worth it, because it was just whack. Yeah. I mean, it happened, but it was just whack.
You want someone like experienced.
I don't know. I feel like that's when it's really like, fuck. Like, do I want to tell them or no? All right. Let's go to another question. Do you want to talk about your first time?
Honestly, I don't remember my first time, if I'm being so honest.
I do. Fuck that. All right. All right, here's let's go, like, we could just bring it back to the porn. So since you don't watch it, the question is, would you mind if you found out your partner watches porn? The answers are yes, not at all, and I'm not sure. So what's your answer?
This question is so like controversial, but
it is.
Honestly, it's asking if I would care, right?
Let me go back. Would you mind if you found out? Yes, so basically, yeah, if you fucking care. Would you care?
Yeah, I would, honestly. Yeah. It would bother me.
Same, bro. And you know, especially how guys take a long time in the bathroom?
Yeah.
That should be pissing me off.
It's like, there's no reason for me to be bothered about it, because it's just a random person, a stranger through the screen. But I feel like it is kind of disrespectful if you think about it. Like, you're looking at another girl. You're letting out a nut to another girl, bro.
You're like, getting off on it. Like, I get it if you're single, but like, I feel like once you're in the relationship, if you want to watch some shit, that's when you go back to the videos that you guys made, and you're like, oh yeah.
Or go have sex with your partner, like.
True. I'm over here like, when I'm not even gonna go into, shut up. Bitch, you talk too much. Okay. So for me, yeah, I would fucking mind. Okay, so here's some people's answers. I've been with my boyfriend. Okay, I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and I love him, my absolute soulmate, and have no issues, but I enjoy watching lesbian porn. Turns me on way more than straight porn, even though I'm straight. And then she has a little purple devil smiling. She's like, fuck yeah.
She says it so, like, sinister.
That's what she's into, bro. That's what gets her off. But she said I'm straight, so damn.
So I guess if she could do it, he could do it.
True. That's why she's like, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But she didn't say she don't mind. She just said that's what she does. Wait, did she say she doesn't mind? I'm just like, so cut off on the fact.
I think she made it seem that way.
Oh, she said, but I enjoy watching. No, she didn't say nothing about him. She didn't give a fuck about. Let me know, like, the answer. She's just like, well, this is me.
I feel like it's something that, like, you shouldn't care about, though, but it is, like,
yeah,
it makes me a little insecure.
How would you feel if your man was watching gay porn and he's straight?
Okay, that's different.
Because, like,
that's a conversation to have, for sure.
You're like, okay, so you're trying to tell me something? Because, like, okay, there is a thing, though, where it's, like, you can be turned on by something, but, like, you wouldn't want it. Because I've heard a lot of people say, like, yeah, I watch, like, same-sex fucking things, but I'm not into that.
I don't know. That, like I said, like, that's definitely a conversation to have, because then I'm gonna be thinking, well, do I even satisfy you? Like, are you...
True.
what are you getting out of these fantasies of yours?
Like, do you want to fulfill something? Damn, dude, that's crazy. And the fact that she really didn't even answer the question. She's like, well, this is me, y'all. Damn. I wonder if her fucking man knows this. So
I'm assuming maybe if she's so comfortable with it. If she knows he watches porn.
She didn't say that. She just said, this is what I do. I have a man and I like to watch lesbian porn. All right. So let's see. Let me go. That one looked good. Me and my boyfriend are in a no sex relationship. It bothers me so much that he watches porn on a website. No, he literally saves the videos to his camera roll. I want to learn to be okay with it, but I just can't. I'm not against him masturbating to get it out of his system, but I hate that he watches porn.
I could see her point, but I mean, at the end of the day, a man's gonna be a man. Like, you can't.
Not even just that. She literally says we're in a no sex relationship.
Yeah, like, what do you expect out of that?
Like, so I feel like that's more of her not wanting sex, or you don't know, but it's like, obviously this dude wants to like satisfy himself. So it's like, you either need to do it or he's gonna have to do it, and you can't. Like, even if he's not watching porn, like, even if it's a magazine, naked bitches, like, he can't just jack off to nothing. I feel like you gotta have something, or at least, like, he can't even fantasize about fucking you because he's not fucking you. So, like, I mean,
yeah, like I said,
homegirl, he needs something.
I see her point, why she would be bothered, but like you said, like, you can't be.
People have fucking they have needs.
Yeah.
And I mean, unless you're like one of those people that doesn't really like no sexual shit, then you're that. But if obviously your partner needs something, like, let him be, man.
And like I said, a man's gonna be a man at the end of the day.
Hell no, I'll smack the man out of my man. Make him a bitch. I'm just kidding. This is all jokes. I don't fucking beat my man. And if he fucking ever comes on here and says I do, he's fucking around. Please don't believe him. Yesterday I did beat his ass though. What were you like? But yesterday I did.
You're like, I don't beat his ass, but yesterday I did.
Bitch, it's cause like has a man ever smacked you so fucking hard on your ass where you're just like, ooh, fuck, like,
I fucking wish a man would slap me hard on my ass.
Dude, like, my man has fucking construction fucking hands, bro. Like, so when I get like some off guard hard ones, like, I don't know, like, when it's that hard that it really do fucking like, ooh, I gotta clench my butt cheek. I'm like, I fucking swung, like, cause like, me, I'm very ticklish, and my man fucking always is tickling me too. So he had already been fucking with me and like tickling me. I'm like, fucking stop, dude, cause like I be making weird noises when I get tickled, like I'm getting like fucking possessed by a donkey or some shit. But yeah, so he fucking was fucking with me and then did that, and I beat his ass.
I hate being tickled though. I feel like when people tickle me, all I want to do is fight them.
That's what I'm saying. Like when whenever he starts really tickling me and going at it, like I can't do nothing but boom, like, please, I'm telling you, stop. Like, it's like, why'd you hit me? Like if he's the victim, like, bitch, you're making me about to pee myself. Like, I'm over here squirming. What do you mean? Like, I have nothing to do. I'm like, my body goes into fucking self-defense. All right, let's go to another answer. So here's another one. While my boyfriend sometimes would rather watch porn and have sex with me than have sex with me, so I don't know. I am bothered by it. It hurts a little, actually.
Oh, that's definitely a problem.
Yeah, like, if now that's an issue, like, now this one's not getting fucked by her man because he really wants porn, like,
yeah, I
feel like if you are like that, then why are you with somebody like she wants? That's really mean, like, and if she knows about it and he's letting her know, that's really mean. It's
like he doesn't like her for her type shit,
or
like,
even
he likes to fantasize about whoever he watched porn before fucking her, like. But
sad. She's saying that he would rather fuck himself with the porn than
okay,
like there seems like he's not even trying to fuck her. That's fucked up. That's I no wonder bitches come on here and talk shit about these guys. But
see, I can't be like with a man that does that to me.
That's very disrespectful. Yeah. I'd feel insecure as hell. I feel bad for her. All right. Here's another one. My husband struggles with a serious porn addiction and is working on it. It has interfered with our sex life and caused problems with erectile dysfunction, and I also had a baby, and he was looking at porn with specifically for women, which really hurt. Well, we're specific women, I guess. Because he wasn't putting out for me and I've never been fit. Damn, dude.
That's another sad one because it's like that would make me feel very insecure, especially after having a baby.
Addiction of and a lot of people say like they feel like they're not loved or they shouldn't be loved like while they're pregnant because of how they are. Damn. Honestly, whenever girls come on here to talk shit, I'm gonna just I've been letting them know. Like I said, I've been joining. Fuck. All right, so I don't even know how long our last one was. I think it was like already 2 hours, huh?
Yeah, we hit 2 hours.
Damn, bitch. We're over here like at 12 o'clock. Damn, we went through a lot though. I feel like that's something pretty good to wrap it up on. Or do you want to like bring up a topic so you can practice for like how you would want a podcast to be? Is like there's something that you would have wanted to talk on like a podcast that you're thinking about making? Something that you're like, you know what? That would be pretty cool to talk about.
Wait, you know what? Can we get into one more topic?
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
About what we were talking about last night, how I don't like to give head.
Yes, I remember that. I was like, no, bitch, don't tell me why. Let's talk about it tomorrow. So why do you not like giving head?
I don't know.
But do you do it?
Okay, it depends on the person. Like, obviously with my ex, like, he's honestly the only one, like, I've ever given head to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I hate it. Like, I had an ex when I was 16 and he traumatized the fuck out of me because he had the worst stank dick ever, bro. Like,
are you serious?
Yes. Like, I couldn't get myself to do anything to him. I always felt bad when I was dating him because I was like, damn, like, how do I tell him it smells? Like, I can't. I would gag.
Like, you would pull it out or, like, even through the pants?
He would pull it out and it would, like, make the whole room smell. Like, that's how bad it was.
This fool knew though, like if it made the whole room smell, like bro, you had to have known.
That's what I'm saying. So ever since then, like I was kind of traumatized. But then when I got with my ex and I started doing it more, I was like, okay, like getting the hang of it for him, you know. But then he would like constantly ask for it, and I think that's what makes me hate it, cause like it is a lot of work. Like I'm not gonna lie, at least to me, like. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pillow princess even in the bed. Like, I hate to really...
She said even in the bed because this bitch loves to sleep. Same though, bitch. I fucking ask my man, I can like hibernate in the middle of the day. Like, I love naps.
Same.
I love naps because I don't sleep at night.
Actually, I can't take naps. Like, it's really hard for me to take a nap during the day.
No, I don't sleep at night, but I will fuck up a nap. Yeah, bitch. Talking about sleep, fuck. Okay. What the fuck were you saying? Yeah, so you don't like giving head because like you think like even if the dick doesn't smell, you're still like,
just the thought of like, I don't know, it's nasty to me. Like they pee out of there and you're telling me like,
but do you like to get eaten out? Because you pee out.
Yeah, like I like to receive, but I don't like. I'm so honest. I don't like to give. Like,
damn. Yeah. How the fuck did we even talk about that on the phone, bitch? Like, what were we talking about that we got to that? Because we were talking about planning out the pod and like what time and shit. And how the fuck did we get to that?
It started with that one situation when I was telling you that I was on my, time of the month. And
that he would have been.
Yeah, a guy would really say, well, that mouth ain't. Like, that mouth is, because I'm still not giving you fucking head. I don't know. Something about it. Like I said, the fact that they pee out of their pee hole and it just. Because they don't wipe themselves. Like.
True. This is true. They jiggle and wiggle.
Yeah.
Huh. This bitch is, my man's gonna listen to this and fucking want to sock Savannah like, bitch, you got me not getting head no more. Like,
and I feel like too, I have a really small mouth, so it's uncomfortable.
I'm over here like, let me see your mouth now. Like, do you? You do. Oh fuck, bro. That's funny. Cause like my man listens to like me when I edit and like gives me insight and shit. So that's gonna be really funny. He's gonna be like, I don't want you hanging out with this bitch no more. She's a very negative person.
Like, there's never a time where I'm craving, like, I
A
feel
dick
like
in my
sucking dick.
mouth.
Like,
I mean, I feel like for the ones that do, like, you do kind of get an urge out of nowhere, bro. All right, so this is Savannah. Do you want to, like, since you're single, you want to share your Instagrams or something?
follow me on Instagram, FINESTSAV. It was fun being on here.
Is that exactly how it is? Like, no underscore dots or nothing?
Yeah, no, it's just like that finest app.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, this is fun. I like talking, so.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up there, but go to our Instagram. Well, my Instagram, SIN period VERGUENZA underscore pod. In there, you go ahead and find our Google forms. You can go ahead and see a couple reels on there. You can get our TikTok. All that is also in the Spotify bio. I'm over here fucking MIAI, or is this really me? You never fucking know. But all right, so go do all that good stuff. Fucking share this shit. Like, fucking comment, subscribe, everything. Tell your mama, tell your baby daddies, tell your fucking everybody. Honestly, tell your boss. If your boss ever like is just fucking being a bitch, just be like, you know what? You need to have a good day. Listen to this podcast, and then yeah. So other than that, that's pretty much it. This is. Do you want to say a farewell or some shit?
I just want to say that this is fun, and I'm glad that we, fixed stuff, because I wouldn't have been given this opportunity to, be on this with you. But yeah.
That's crazy. And I even told my man, like, when you hit me up again, I was like, I'd be down to have that bitch on the podcast. I gotta have her. And then I was just like, fuck it. Like, I have nobody to record with. Are you free? And so, yeah. So, it's pretty cool that it was fucking late planned and shit, but it happened. So, and it was pretty fucking juicy. Like, bitch, I think we got, like, almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck. So, we're gonna cut a lot out. Watch out for Patreons when that shit comes out. So, other than that, peace out, bitches. No tienes vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida nunca se acaba la fiesta.